Assalamu alaikum. So today we are going to talk about elements, because the last time I talked about it I got some of the stuff got missing. So this is what we are going to do. Elements, as you already know, is a pure substance with all same atoms and size, mass, color, everything is same for an element which is pure. If it is not pure, then it's a mixture, and then it might contain two different atoms of different sizes, of different colors, or of different mass. Or it could be a compound and an element, or that means that it could be a mixture of atoms and compounds, or it could be a compound, two compounds and some elements. They are all mixtures. So we are not dealing with mixtures right now. I'm talking about elements and the periodic table. In the elements, in the periodic table, you already know there are two columns like this together. Then there is a kind of block elements over here. Then the columns 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is here, and the 8th column is a bit taller than the 7th column, and there is a box over here. Most of the time you see hydrogen over here. And all the gases over here. Then there is the staircase elements. You will see a stair like thing like this. So all these are metals, and all these are non-metals. So we have lesser of the non-metals and more of the metals. So what I wanted you to do was, for example, if you know that you are working for hydrogen, what you are going to do is, on that page you are going to on your the interleaf page, what you are going to do is, on the top in the side, number 1 you are going to write down, and next to it you are going to write down hydrogen, and next to it, below it, you are going to write down the figure as with the symbol and the atomic number and atomic masses. You know that atomic number is the total number of proton and neutron. This one is actually the number of proton and neutron, while this is the number of proton only. This is A and this is Z. Sometimes in some of the periodic tables this is reversed, that the Z is written first and below is the A. So what you are going to do after this is find out the number of electron, proton and neutron in each of the in a hydrogen atom. And so the electron and proton, only the proton is mentioned over here. What about the electron? Remember that the electron is always equal to the number of proton. So if you have one proton, there would be one electron, and so the number of proton and electron are the same. Now comes the problem of neutron. If you subtract the number of proton from the total number of proton and neutron, then you will be left with neutron. So that means that 1 minus 1 should give you 0. There are no neutron. Now what you are going to do is, you are going to draw the atom below it. So the atom, you are going to use a compass. Please use a compass. So in the compass, first draw a small circle. Inside the small circle, do it with a sharp and pointed pencil. Inside do not use pointer, do not use anything. Yes, you may use colored pencils for proton, neutron and electron designation, but nothing else. Okay, so it has no neutron, it has one proton. So we will write down one proton inside, and then you are going to make another circle around it, because that is for the electron. And here you are going to just simply put the electron with any colored pencil, or you can simply make a ball like this, or you can make a circle like this, or an empty circle like this. It all depends upon you. What you want, you can do it like this also. So if this is for the hydrogen, now helium, If you look at helium in the periodic table, the helium is written, you will write down 2. Number 2, helium. Helium is He42. So proton, neutron and electron, how many are there? Proton is 2, neutron is 4 minus 2, and electron is also 2. That gives you 2. So what you are going to do is again draw the small circle. Inside the small circle, you are going to write down 2 neutron and 2 proton. While the electrons, there are 2 electrons, and you can put both the 2 electrons together side by side, and that is your electron. This is your second figure. In this way, you will continue doing until you reach calcium. Okay, 20 elements. I want you to do all of them with their symbols, their atomic number and atomic masses mentioned one by one. Okay, I hope now you understand. Not only that, last time I told you, I think that's all. Yes, that's all. Yes, you are going to, one more thing you are going to do is you are going to write down the electronic configuration on each one of them. So if you are writing down electronic configuration of hydrogen, you are going to do it like this, and this is going to be okay according to the 2n square rule. You know that the first shell can only have 2 electrons, but it has only 1 electron, so we will simply write down 1, and that is all. In the case of helium, you have got 2, so electronic configuration will also be 2. So the 2. If it is lithium is, let us see, lithium will be, I think Li is 6,3. If you see that. So according to proton, neutron and electron, there will be proton is 3, neutron is 6 minus 3 is 3 also, and electron are also 3. So electronic configuration will be equal to 2 in the first shell and 1, total making up the 3. And so the lithium will have 3 proton, 3 neutron and 1 shell and second shell. The first shell will have 2 electrons, while the second shell will only have 1 electron, because there are no more electron. In the same way, if you are going, it will keep on. In the next one, beryllium, there will be 2 electrons. The second shell will keep on filling up until the 2n square, according to the 2n square rule, 8 electrons are there. If you are talking about the second shell, it can hold 8 electron, maximum of 8 electron, not more than 8 electrons. So it will keep on adding up until this number becomes 8. And if it becomes 8, you'll go on to the next third shell. And therefore, after this, you are going to be putting a comma. Just like in the sodium case, if you remember, I told you it is 2311. So according to 2311, proton, electron and neutron, proton was 11, electron is the same as proton, and while the neutron is 23 minus 11, that gives you 12. So electronic configuration for sodium was 2 in the first shell, 8 in the second shell, and 1 remaining, making up 2 and 8 was 10, and then 1 was remaining according to 11. If you see, 11 electrons are there. If 11 electrons are there, 2 and 8 makes up 10 electrons, and the poor one goes into the third shell. Okay, so this is the method you are going to follow. And now it will keep on filling the third shell until there are 8 electrons, and then it will go on to the next shell. So please be careful how you draw, and then send your picture with your name and your class mentioned in it. Thank you, and I hope you understand.